You join us on the final day of Speed Week as we can see whatever American mountains there are in the background. We got the R34 GTR, nearly 1000 horsepower with this RB26, and some random shenanigans happening in front of us as we can see here. This car is actually disappointingly... I may have crashed there a little bit. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. But as... that was a bit distracting. I'm gonna keep this in. I'm not gonna cut this out. This is kind of... I had high expectations for this. Being 1000 horsepower GTR, I expected it to be pretty fast. But I guess because it's very kind of blocky and not very slippery in the air, it didn't really get as high of a top speed as I would have. The Supra from yesterday and this have very similar power to weight ratios, this being I think 40 kilos heavier, but it has 80 more horsepower. So I figured, oh, they might be quite similar in performance. It turns out this is about 10 to 15 mile an hour down. It can cruise at about 260 in fifth, and then with nitrous it can probably just about squeeze 290. And then with slipstream I haven't tried yet because I've just been racing against my custom race bots. But as you can see, we can just about get to 290 under the slight slipstream of that TVR Tuscan that I've got built there with the engine swap. So we'll go on to the tune as always. We'll go on to the tuning shop first, and then after that we'll obviously go and see how I've set it up on the tuning sheet. Starting off from the ultimate section, we have got our titanium rods and pistons, our ultra high turbo, high lift cam S, carbon prop, and weight reduction stage 5. So a fair bit of parts that you can install on this from the ultimate section. From extreme, you want your nitrous, your not hydro handbrake, your carbon brakes if you want. Then from racing, you want your stroke up, engine balance tuning, polished ports, anti-lag system, racing intercooler, racing air filter, racing silencer, racing exhaust manifold, racing brake pads, brake discs, either one if you don't want the ceramics, suspension, flywheel, you want the torque vectoring center diff, just to split the torque distribution, just in case if you change the tune and it might start bogging on the line, you might want to transfer some of the power to the back just in case. Fully customizable racing transmission, stage 4 weight if you haven't got the stage 5, and racing softs. On semi-racer, you want your racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer. I didn't buy any of the turbos because obviously you got the ultra high one there already. Fully customizable LSD, increased body rigidity, weight stage 3. Then you want your bore up from Club Sport, high lift cams, which I think you have the S one already, so you don't need to buy that. Which is why I say always buy the ultimate stuff first and then work backwards. And weight stage 2, power restrictor and ballast if you want. And then from here I think it's just weight stage 1 and whatever tires that comes with stock sports hards. As always, we're going to put the sports hards on the front and racing softs on the back, so you can save money, so you don't need to buy the wets. So we'll go over to the setting sheet right now. Shift point's quite high on this one, 9500, and then 6100 RPM is your peak torque. We'll go and have a look at the power curve a little bit later in the video. So in this one, sports hards on the front, racing softs on the back, fully customizable suspension, lowest ride height, 8 anti-roll bar, 40 compression, 50 expansion, 3.2, 3.4 for natural frequency, no camber, no toe, 60s all around for the LSD. Then you want your torque distribution on 40-60. I think that gives a pretty good launch off the line. No downforce on this. Well, it should be down to 40. I didn't know you could adjust the downforce with a wingless car. But okay then, you should be able to get a little bit more top speed now that your downforce at the rear is a bit less. I think that's kind of weird. You can adjust the downforce when you remove the wing. Oh well. This also has custom rims with stock width, stock offset, no wide body, no added body parts, and I removed the wing. So literally just noticed now that you can adjust the downforce on the rear for some reason. But okay, you want to put that as low as possible. No adjustment on ECU, no ballast positioning, no power restrictor. For the transmission, you want to put auto set to 450 kilometers an hour, and then you want to put the following gears in: 3.117, 1.932, 1.342, 0.984, 0.761, and 0.672 with a final drive of 3.545. Pause if you need to at any stage if you want to take these down. I literally haven't adjusted anything apart from fifth and sixth as far as I'm aware, just so that at least if you're cruising, you're at the maximum power that you can be at, because otherwise after 9500 it will fall off. And I'll show you right here with the ultra high RPM turbo that we've got here. You can see how peaky it is. Actually, we can potentially compare it to the stock one. So as you can see, the stock one is making a lot more power. Obviously, there's a big difference in power, but it's making a lot more power earlier on in the RPM range, but the torque drops off very early. So now with your ultra high turbo, your torque doesn't drop off as much, but then your power is more peaky in this case. So that's why I was like, oh, 9500 is your shift point before it starts falling off. I know in the last video I said there's a blue line and a red line. The red line is more of like a yellowy orange line, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. So as you can see there, you can work out your shift point from where peak power is and peak torque is as well. And then here is the rest of the perma mods and other mods that I've installed here. I've really enjoyed doing this speed week. I might do it a bit more often. I know there's a popular YouTuber, GT7 YouTuber, HSG Automotive, who does a special project series. He's got one going on right now. I might do my own set of classic recreation series starting off in January, where I find obscure cars to build. I won't do as many as him because he smashes them videos out of the park on what he finds in old school cars from old Gran Turismos, and finding them and building them and sharing them with the community. I figured I might do a similar thing as well, just with 5 cars, Monday to Friday. Just post the videos once a day, and so you lot have at least something to do in between the downtime with the patches, because as always, they only give us like an hour worth of content for a month. So, thank you for watching Speed Week 2023 December. Hopefully I might do something like this again. I'll get back to doing more engine swap reviews. I might post some more shenanigans with my mates. Hope you've enjoyed this week again, like I've said, and I'll see you in the next video.